Shifty put us off the track, baby.
In Japan, where the sun will always shine, traditions collide with the future's line. Through city streets and temples high, find your story beneath the sky. Waves scratch, pumping out your sense, harmony flows to the best of lands. In the neon glow, where is bent, the culture rich, where resistance in the morn of grace. Dance the night with every star, a guiding light. In Japan, where the sun will always shine, traditions collide with the future's line. The cherry lanes and
Well, I just
soaring
got myself
heights,
in a
find your
valve already.
magic near the moonlit nights.
Alrighty, guys. For any of you, sorry, I did not have my chat window open. I've actually been trying to get things set up. Shifting things around. Thank you for the follow, Lord. Thank you. The reason why I've been trying to get things situated, is because my thing is that I forgot that 7 o'clock I needed to go live, and I ended up trying to get some stuff prepared for this, and stuff that needing to pretty much be done. Will tell you this, guys. I don't, like, if you want to be part of the Discord, you can follow, you can, hop in through the Discord, my official Discord, if you want to be part of it. But you need to be official, and you need to also be somewhat, somebody that's willing to post things in the Discord. If you're going to be things like that, we do have to take into that consideration things. But please don't just come hopping into this stream and just expect you're going to get there. But I will tell you this, we are going to be playing some Fortnite, some Call of Duty as well tonight. Exclusive, like, I'm going to tell you, and stuff. Tonight, I have a couple of things that, as I'm kind of, I'm getting things going and things situated. I am going to tell you 99% of the time I'm going to try to be on in the afternoons. With it. Now, of course, I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. We now have a retarder on the retarder for it right there. We are down but not out. Okay. We got this upgraded. We've got these things going on for us in a way. But I will tell you, we're going to do this podcast. The podcast is basically Eurotruck. We do podcasting for Eurotruck. on a daily basis. In some regard, sometimes it is related to exclusively to Twitch. Sometimes it's exclusively. Sometimes it's just multi-streamed in the afternoon. Um, but uh, anyway, um, right now, we are going to. Imbara only has two through there. Matazumi has only one forklift. High pressure sensitive valves. Um, we're gonna go pick that up. Um, because that offer expires in 13 hours. But why not? We pick up the high pressure valves. It's gonna give us the most. So Jo gives us used car batteries. For it, but the most expensive is this one. And in order to get there, I think it's only like an hour travel time to get there, so we should be a okay um for a lot of our things. Now this podcast, we typically do this where we do gaming. It's all gaming related. I always tie gaming in some way, shape, or form with what I talk about. Um, and so today, I am literally wanting to share with you that, you know, you look at the video gaming landscape currently. Um, you know, we have a lot of things where, um, I've been playing this game for quite a while. And Linux is kind of a operating system that is becoming such an important, integral part of my life. Um, that it's been reported that 50% of people um, buying framework laptops apparently. I just was watching the WAN show. I don't usually like to watch the WAN show. I don't watch Linus Media Group very often. But I catch the thing on them talking about the year of the Linux, and will it be? Because look, I'm here. I'm running Linux without having to tinker around with my computer. I am literally barely having to tinker around. I went and literally went to the bazaar and got my clock back. Um, and things that I needed to run for Windows for my Linux distro. And I'm somebody that believes that Linux is a viable option right now. I will tell you, Linux is viable. Is it 100% cent? No, it's not. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's no way, shape, or form is it a perfect option for everybody to pick up a Linux and just be able to run with it. Um, and to be honest, I will tell you, I have when ETS2 starts getting more DLC and stuff, I'm gonna tell you, I'm actively a ETS2 lover. I like Euro Truck Simulator 2. Um, and it's one of those things that I absolutely stand by the place where I love Linux. think it's a thing that everybody should be utilizing as a viability to running the system itself. And it's one of those things that, for me, just utilizing Linux as a viable option, it is good. I think people should give it a go. People should just try it out. If unless you are a somebody that just actively utilizes. If you're somebody that utilizes a thing, hold on, guys. Um, where I am actively, will tell you, I'm actively always around posting things, um, making things viable for people. Understanding that I'm not somebody that's a big huge tinkerer. I don't like to tinker around a lot of my technology because I don't want to break it. I'm not somebody that goes out and modifies video game consoles. I'm not somebody that goes out and modifies these things. I'm not actively out there trying to modify games or um not modify games, but modify the systems or modify tech to make it run. I'm just somebody that tried to build my computer. I could not get it to build right. Could not get things set in. I tried it myself and I just gave up. It wasn't that I didn't give up. I could probably do it again if I knew what I was doing. Okay. Um, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be this one right here. Yep. Where I am gonna tell you that I actively picked up Linux because I was like, I just bucked Windows. I was like, okay, I am. Where are we headed? Wait, so we go to Kanazawa from here, right? We can actively actually. Well, how long? It's 20-hour trip time. Um, remains is 28 hours. Um, so we'll see how long it takes us to travel. To travel from here. Here. I know I went. I know I was going the wrong way. Wrong way. We're gonna see because we have a little bit of time that I can go through this. Um, that because we can go to Kanazawa from here. Like, to be honest, um, we can go to Kobe for 8 hours. Um, we can go to Kobe for 8 hours trip time. But how long? It's five. Whoops. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just. Yeah, it's 4 hours there. Um, now it's 8 hours. So that would basically remain us. We'd be cutting down 4 hours on that whole thing. By going um to Kobe by cutting 8 hours trip time. I don't have a lot of time tonight because I don't know when these guys are gonna get on. When so we can play some Call of Duty. But um, I can cut it down. We can also probably. Where's Osaka's only 2 hours longer. Um, but it's more further. Osaka. Yeah, that's where we end up. As Osaka's right there. You know what? I think let's do this. We'll embark from over here. Um, and then in New Shima. That's going backwards. And then we go to Kanazawa from here. Which by this calculation it's 22 hours and we got 2 hour trip time for it. This is absolutely um we are out of course some money. Um but I think maybe I could have um figured out, okay, maybe next time I'll go to Kobe, which might have been um actually, let me see. Do we have right now? Do we have anything with what's today? There's an autosave. Um okay, let me save here. I want to try something. Okay. Let's go to PG. Let's just save this under PJ um 424. It's actually going to be 426 2. Um, then we're going to load up. We're going to go backward from an autosave. I'm going to go backward to this autosave and see where it leads us. Okay, so that means that's just as an example, but if we take this, okay, I am doing some real and see how much it costs just to travel for the 8 hour compared to the 10, and see which how much it's difference. If it's not a lot of difference, then we will just go back. So Kobe is only 60. Going to Osaka is only 70. So saving 10,000 is not going to be relatively a lot. But if I were to just say, let's just follow what I said we were going to do, let's just follow this, because it's going to be set 6 hours. I wanted to see what would. Okay, and then it's absolutely probably that was only 70,000. Of course, getting to here and then going. Okay, so yeah, actually we are going to be down. But there is a reason for it. I didn't realize. I wanted to know that. Oh, okay. So if we go this way, then then we're gonna be fine. I forgot that when we transferred from over here, I forgot that it became day because it went to night to day, and so we're good here. I'm not traveling um a lot of things and doing a lot of things. Um but I think what I might do, guys, um no glass, you can shut up. But I will tell you um some actual gaming news, some sad news, some bad news, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Good news. Um, well, if for any of you who have Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass is getting changed. Um, the current head of Xbox, Satya Nadella, I think. I don't remember exactly her name. It's some weird name. Um, but no longer will you be able to play Xbox Call of Duty through Day One Game Pass. So if you won't be able to do that anymore. Um, will no longer be going into Day One for it. The price will be changing though to reflect that, of course. Um, and of course they're losing out $300 million on Call of Duty. To be honest, they're losing out a lot of money because of that. I personally think that if they see that the next year's Call of Duty does not make as much as they said it was going, as said that it would, even if even if um then it's going to be one of those things where they don't make that 300 million. It's like Fortnite can do a lot more for just going free to play than can make more money going free to play and things like that when, they're making more money. They're giving that opportunity for people to just jump in and play the game. They're Microsoft. Microsoft is one of those greatest people that could have given Call of Duty a little bit run and not made it free. Made it free, but they're not going to because of how much money it ranks in every year. But I guarantee you They're losing out 300 million people, $300 million. Well, then you're losing out $300 million. Well, because those people that were paid that were getting Call of Duty. What if those people were playing for Xbox because they had other things that they wanted to play on it, right? And if that was the case, Xbox would have been saved. Could have been saved, but I don't think that's the problem. The problem lies in with Call of Duty, to be more precise, is not because of Game Pass. Just because you charge $100 and you have you have a million people playing Call of Duty through Xbox Game Pass. A million people. 1 million people is still a lot of money for $100 Call of Duty. That I'm not paying $100 for um um paying $100 for a Call of Duty is not right. It's not worth it. It's not worth it anymore to pay the $100 for $30 worth of skins. It's not worth it anymore to me. It's not worth it for me to spend on bundles in Call of Duty. Like, yeah, I have $20 sitting in my name right now for PlayStation. But I don't have any any worthy of utilizing that money um for Fortnite or Call of Duty. I'm not using that $20 for those games. Why? Why would I go out and spend my money on things like that? Like, I have learned a little bit better that I was almost thinking about using $50. Um oh, Scarlett's getting on, but where it's not worth it for me to spend $20 on a video game, on a game that's not gonna last. That's gonna last for maybe. I don't go back and play these older Call of Duties for these with these bundles. I'm not active. I'm playing Call of Duty, the newest Call of Duty, almost every year. I'd rather use that $20 for something else, like maybe the Diablo 2 thing, or use it for something better, for or for a game that, like Planet Coaster, or using it for a game. I didn't even play Planet Coaster, to be honest. I've kind of given up on it. But maybe using that $20 for something else. Maybe I could have just easily just turned the $20 that I had for my birthday, and I could have easily just turned that $20 um uh into more Steam money. Because right now I have pretty much basically um tied to my Steam account. I would have had $100 tied to my Steam account. And $100 tied to my Steam account gives me more flexibility to use it. Gives me more flexibility to do things with it. But the reason why I could have done that, but because that gift card that my brother gave me was mostly only related to utilizing it for food or lodging, or utilizing it for um, entertainment, or um, and gaming, and that was it. I basically just turned around and used that money for PlayStation. So, and to be honest, right now, I have $80 on my Steam. I will have $80 on my Steam account, almost $80, and I would rather use that money when Steam Summer Sale comes around. Utilizing that money where viably using it for better things, saving it, utilizing it for things that are more important. You know, like I have literally Um, Finding ways to basically just save money, not use it for waste of money when there's a lot of other games out there that are decent, that are good games. Um, you know, and with me, like I'm currently just driving in Japan. Okay, that's fine. I'm basically just a mod that I'm utilizing um for it, but I have been thinking about um when 1.59, which is coming out, there's going to be a new truck coming in for American truck. Um, and Illinois is coming out. Coming. So I don't know. It's one of those things where those things are worth spending on on a lot of other games. I have a whole buttload of games that I haven't even touched in years, or games that I haven't even played in years, that I could probably be picking up playing a lot of different games and playing different things. And currently right now, um I am currently doing Final Fantasy 13. Um and we're going to get 13 finished, and we're going to go on to the next one. We're going to go on and finish up the 13 series. Final Fantasy 13. And that's that's got me going for the rest of the year. At most, maybe we might sneak in a couple other games. Hey, a $200 Pokemon card? Nice. Those are the things that are worth it. To be honest, if I wanted to, and I've been thinking about it, I have a whole entire Magic collection that I'm pretty much thinking about getting rid of. Because like I am not gonna go out and play Magic anymore. I feel like I've given up on Magic, not because I just don't have a lot of people to go out and play with, but I don't play Magic. I'm not somebody that's actively wanting to play it. It's not like very very casual for me. So it's like I've been thinking about getting rid of that. That's $2,000 that I could be using for, that's like sitting here laying waste doing nothing. It's my entire thing. It's going to include the board game that came with it. So I've been thinking about just getting rid of it entirely. $2,000, and $2,000 I could put into the bank and just let it sit and pay for my student loans. Slowly pay off for my student loans, because that's what I used it for anyway. I bought most of the Magic that I bought, most of it, not all of it. About 80% of that was bought with um probably about 75 to 80% of it was bought during college with student loans. And I used it to be able to have fun, and I've been thinking about getting rid of it, but then I've also been thinking about just keeping it, because there's its value. It's worth it for for it, and let it curve more. Let it sit in a curve for more when with it. But at the same time, I could be utilizing that money for my mom who needs it. Or I could just let it sit there and just basically let it pay for, my PlayStation, and let it pay for, not just PlayStation, but let it pay for my Paramount too. Just let it pay for both of those platforms and just save the rest of it and use it for other things. Use it for things that are necessary. It's necessary for me to have the the PlayStation stuff because then I don't have to go out and spend a whole lot of my time going out and worrying about buying games that you know that if I'm not like because I'm not like if I want it I will go out and buy it kind of mentality. If I feel like I really want it, I'm going to go out and buy it. You know, I'm not this one that goes out and catches every brand new title out there wanting to play every brand new title. There's only been two new titles that really have gotten my interest and piqued my interest. Um, and to be honest, Pragmata um, is out now, and the Clockworks from there's a Clockworks. I think it's coming from Microsoft, and those are the only two games that really have piqued my interest. Anyway, and I don't pick these games just to pick these games lightly. Like there's a lot of games sitting in my library that I have not either one fully finished or fully beaten. So it's like I have a lot of backlog. I haven't fully finished 16 yet. I don't even think I want to go back to playing it. I haven't finished Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Don't think I'm ever going to because I don't like the game. But that's just one of the things that's great with Xbox. It's great with these Game Pass and these premium features that you can get these games and play them and have fun. I went and played a Madden 26. And that's the way I played through it. I playing it through PlayStation. Like I will decide what I'm going to use for it. Use the $20 for whatever, because But to be honest, I will probably be dropping my PlayStation Premium to the Essentials, or even dropping it down to even the $80 PlayStation. Like I don't play. Like I have a lot of games sitting in my library that are Xbox 360 stuff that I haven't touched yet. I haven't touched outside of multiplayer. I have not touched Call of Duties for campaigns, for any of them. The only campaigns I've ever fully, absolutely played or seen or watched was Black MW3 and Black Ops 1. I have not played a single campaign until Modern Warfare 2019. So those are the things there. I have so I can go back and play all those old campaigns for you guys on channel. I know there's a lot of people that have already done it. Um, there's what else? What else? There's a lot of we could go and play I think I have um some other Xbox 360 stuff. Like I could go back and look through and see what games I have that I haven't gone through and actually played campaign wise. So there's a lot of things that I can do that I just need to clear out my backlog. Like there's a lot of games out there. Yes, there's a whole buttload of games for me. And there's a whole buttload. There's a lot of games out there. I have like a Sword Art Online game. I have there's a few other games that like Deathloop and other games that just need to be cleared out and need to be gone through. So spending that's kind of one of those things where I don't spend a lot for it. But Game Pass is worth it if you're somebody that doesn't play it. But if you're not actively utilizing these services, then what's the point in keeping them around? What's the point in keeping them around when you don't actively use a platform like that? Don't go out and like if you have access to playing multiplayer online and all you do is play Call of Duty and you're paying monthly and that's all you actively do, you're there, then is it worth it? Probably, but a lot of this Game Pass with a lot of these things with Call of Duty, you know, with things like a lot of games like if you're gonna go out, then you're going to um, one of the many things is that you look out at um, there's actively some other news that when you go out and you spend these things on games like that. So I don't know. We have a lot of things that I'm just clearing out. I even have a lot of Final Fantasy games that I think we're just gonna clear out all of them. Um, for what it's worth. I still have the 20, and I think I will probably use the 20 for I know I need to go, but I needed to plug my phone in. And pulling cards, pulling things for what's worth it. Like you play Pokemon. Like I know that you look at these things like you can pull a $200 Pokemon card. For me, if I'm gonna pull cards, I'm gonna use that money. Like if I go out and buy a pack, and I see that I have found pulled a $200 card, I'm gonna put it into a binder to sell, not to trade, to sell. Because to be honest, I would be somebody that sells these things, that sells basically, that sells them to replace the loss and replace the things. You know, So I kind of look at these things and just utilizing things that, like, yeah, it's not worth it for me to go out and spend it. Like, if I had a job, of course I'd probably be spending a little bit into Call of Duty, spending a little bit more into some of these things where I would probably be out here buying things like it's nothing. but but I will be like, I mostly have been saving a lot of that money, primarily focused heavily saving for your truck, and because I have too many things backlogged and things. But I like to save a lot of that money for um you know for a lot of it. But there's also some other things that um as you can see, now we're down to 650, and we're back up and up. Um, yeah, we have some new emails. Count is overdrawn. That property has been sold. Okay, let's go to catalog. Not used trucks. Job market. We'll do one more job tonight. And then I'm gonna probably um okay. In Takayama. I'm gonna check here to see if we have anything from here. Um, not going directly to Osaka. Um, that's going to Solte. Um, no, it's still going there, but we could take that mobile crusher from here. Um, but the rest of them will be mostly primarily up here. Um, so I'm going to check to see what's the most freight market, what we've got for it. Um, yeah, so pretty much basically, Mutt is, this is, we're right here. We might as well. And it's got better, compared to the rest. Um, it's got the most efficient. Now, of course, our truck is 330 horsepower, though, um, for it. The beverage one is slightly longer. Longer. I think we will take this. Um, yep. See, yeah. Um, and we've got that. If I needed to, um, for now, I'm gonna take this. That actually was a lot cleaner than some of my back, than some of my stuff that I back into now. Of course, this is going to be us probably going to need to upgrade the engine on this. Um, but if my vehicle can handle most of it staying straight, I don't think a lot of it is going to be going uphill, but we will um do that. Um, Now I will tell you, we just got a red light violation that just turned green all of a sudden, and I'm like, I had to come to try to come to a rolling stop. Um, but anyway, so there's that going on for us, and then we've got, gaming. To be honest, the other thing that's not listed is IGN thing. It's like a lot of the employees who have been doing reviews lately for IGN have really screwed up on their reviews. They are giving Mouse PI a bad review. PI Mouse for Hire. Um, and that thing basically, reviewed poorly when rest of the IGN kind of. And it's like one of those things where if you're going to review a game, you review it objectively. You review it as in, like, review what you like about it. Don't do do your own point of things. Um, and a lot of times, like I review game, like I play games like live gameplay. But to be honest, I don't have very seldom does a game get below a 7. Um, in my book, like most of all the games that I have played or owned have pretty much been rated to basically being at least a 7 or higher because I'm at least willing to play them. There's been a handful of games out there that do not get that high praise, that do not um um that do not, so far out of all the games that I have owned, um some things like um uh there has been like a handful of full that I wouldn't play again, but because um I'm out there, like for example, um for example, um this game um directly um that I own, if I can find it, the Dynasty Warriors, and not for me, not a game that gives me that hack and slash thing that is right out up there, um, that I have played, um, is one of those games that is right there, um, that I just like. The Dynasty Warriors is one of those games where I might go back and play it. I might, but it's like one of those games that I can't stand that type of style, and that's not against the developers or things, but it's for me. It's just one of those 5 out of 10 video games that, yeah, it's fun for a little bit, but you get the point. And when a lot of people will look at me and look at my top 25 video games of all time, yes, Final Fantasy's on there. Yes, um, Final Fantasy, yes, is on that list. City Skylines is on that list. Um, and then, City Skylines is on that list. Um, Call of Duty is not, unfortunately, but yes, it's the game that I play the most. Euro Truck is on that list. American Truck, not on that list. Um, but it is up. If we did top 50, Euro Truck and Call of Duty would be in the top 50. Um, I mean, American Truck and Call of Duty would be on that top 50. But um, what is blocking? I don't care about that one this time. Okay, yeah, I do care now. Are you serious? Should we not have taken this kind of vehicle? Like, I always go for primarily the box stuff. So we'll see. Um, through it all, but video games, or like when I review games and I review things, I don't just review them. Um, I don't just review games and say objectively. I do it based on I don't do it based on the genre alone. I don't do it based on genre because you know I don't like if a genre is a genre. There's only one type of genre that I will not play, and that's horror. Um, specifically, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna play horror. Doesn't mean that I'm not gonna listen or watch horror, play horror games. Okay, like there may be a horror game out there that may be better than Resident Evil. There may be something out there that's better than some of these things. And to be honest, like I've had a few games on my list of things that don't really get me to go out and buy a game. I don't go out and buy a game because, you know, I go out and I objectively look at other people's things, find a little bit of some reviews here and there, and like I don't go out and buy a game just to go out and buy it, to be honest. I've had done that a couple of times. Buy it sight unseen. These days I don't go and buy it sight unseen anymore. Um, unless like I am out there for um what it's worth. Um, but Yeah, it's only 20. Um, I could have grabbed some back right there. Um, I could have upgraded this thing, but I think I will will be able to hopefully manage some of this terrain. Yeah, we're gonna be going slow. And of course, I'm getting truck damage. Like, I can pull this, but it's gonna be taking a lot to pull something like this on a trailer like this. Um, Getting a little bit more horsepower um, will help, but I need to change out the back end for a lot of it. Um, I need to really just upgrade the engine mostly. But in order for me to do that, I have to um, figure things out. Um, and figure things out. So, but in some other non-fashionable gaming news, with with some other non-gaming news, you know, I've got to finish my thought here for reviewing things. Like I said, I don't review games to put games in a point that no game that I've ever played has ever gotten a low score. Most of the games will get at least a 7 or better, meaning I will play the game. There just might be flaws within the game. There um there's a handful of games that get below that. Um like Vanguard will get below that number. Is another game that will get below it. There are not very many games that I've owned. Like Dynasty Warriors is one that gets below that. Um, Vanguard's the only other title that gets that title for PS4 and PS5 titles, um, and things like that. Um, where I would and Black Ops 4 um, does not like this. The Vanguard's the only title that gets down to where yes, there's another title in there. I think that I might be missing. Um, we've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Um, then we've got Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Black Ops Cold War, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7. We've got Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, newer ones. um, Call of Duty Advanced, Infinite, Ghosts, um, and to be honest, the only title on here is going to be Black Vanguard. Black Ops 4 is a 7, whereas Vanguard's a 6, 6.5 on the regard of video games and things like that. And where I will go out and pick the game based on um that. So like I said, most of the games, like I don't put most of the Call of Duties are between a 7 and a 9. Um, are between 7 and a 9. Um, and things like that. So when I rank games, a lot of times the game has to be enjoyable. Okay, the game has to be one set up to be an enjoyable game. Um, it has to be one catch my attention. One another one is it has to catch my attention. Um, and things like that. There's not a lot of games out there that do not grab my attention. Like if I'm not gonna go play a game, then I won't grab it and I won't play it. You know, there's a lot of games out there that I won't that I might enjoy it if it wasn't for political reasons. Um, and things like that pertain to it. But it's very rare that a game gets that on that because of political reasons. It's very rare that a game will get on it because will get a bad will that I will pick it up because of a lot of it. I look at reviews before I make my own judgment on a lot of things. Um, you know, $50. I mean, I could have easily gave the $50 and put it into PlayStation. I could have easily set that up five, six, seven, $70 on PlayStation, but I would rather actually have the almost $80 on Steam and I can use it for Steam sale when there are games that I want to tackle my Steam wish list a lot of the time. Steam wish list before I tackle the PlayStation list. I was almost tempted to really actually just put in $70 and I'll be almost up to $100 again on PlayStation. And buying and I could have easily did that and could have easily got more states added when the Steam sale came around. Um, but I'm like, no, I don't play American Truck that often. It's not a game that I'm going to play. I'm more of a European kind of person that likes to drive in Europe. Um, more than driving in America. Like what really shocks me, the only thing that really shocks me the most is going from America to Europe is driving left hand drive. I've kind of gotten actually used to it now. I've kind of gotten used to driving left hand drive. Um, it's not hard to do left hand drive. It's not that hard. A lot of people will say, "Oh, it's hard." Oh, you, it's not actually. It's not really that hard. It's more of what's hard is orientation, and being able to understanding that driving on like driving on the right hand side, like, yeah, I might get confused for a minute or two, but once I get adjusted, it's just easy to do. You know, it's easy to drive both ways or drive this, and so I just prefer Europe, not because of that, but I just prefer Europe because I got vast majority of mods making a lot more availability for me play that to play. I have American Truck Simulator, and I have the states. I'm just gonna keep with the states that I've got. If there becomes where if the summer sale does have like a state that's on really on steep discount, like $5 or less, I might, but I'm not gonna be there buying um those things right now because I don't have. I want to be able to mostly save for Ireland coming in, and saving for a lot of a lot of Ireland, Iceland are coming in down the pipeline for them. So I'm like I am waiting primarily on the these games and primarily waiting for um getting those. So they're going to be ones that I'm going to get right away. That I'm going to spend my money right away and not wait. Um, you know, or things that look like that, you know, so that I can. I've been meaning to um, um, do a lot of things in relation the to the importance of just understanding um, financial stability. Yeah, I didn't realize that I'd go a little bit further ahead that I would get that. But I am actively like I could also maybe wait and see what the summer sale gives me for Planet Coaster 2 because I've been thinking about maybe switch over Planet Coaster 2 from PlayStation to PC, but I just haven't really gotten into the creative mood lately. So that's why I haven't really picked up Planet Coaster or picked it up. I did pick it up that one day just to kind of see what was going on. I just don't. I've lost kind of some of that creativity right now. Um, for it, let me check a thing real quick. Okay, so Scarlett's already in the game chat, already on Discord. Hello. Scarlett,
Peter,
how are you?
not too shabby. And if you're wondering what time I'm getting off tonight, I need to get off the same time like I did last night, 11 o'clock.
Okay. Um. All right, that's fine. I will 9:30. I probably will. And since normally it's supposed to be zombies tonight, guys. I'm not gonna do zombies tonight. Um, I will
I'm
do.
almost done with this playlist anyway.
Um, we'll probably do some multiplayer because we will change the game a little bit around for games and stuff, but you know, it's one of those things that it's zombies tonight. I still might do zombies. I might just do it at 11. But we will play probably some multiplayer tonight. Because I have to see. I have 13 hours left on my trip, but it's not 13 hours. Um, because it's literally 10 minutes to the boat to get to traveling on a boat.
Not my best, but at least I tried.
Getting onto a boat, going from, and that boat's going from Kanazawa to all the way down um, to Osaka. And it's 12 hour, and it's a 12-hour. It's mostly got about an hour on, probably an hour and maybe 15 minutes left of my traveling, which is not that long, Scarlett. I'll be getting on soon, but
Alright.
and I don't know when Glass is gonna hop on, but I will hop on.
When he should be.
Hop on. We'll play some multiplayer for a little bit, and then I'll probably do zombies at 11. No customs. I'm not gonna do customs because of how much time we've got.
I mean, we could have, but I think that'll be good for tomorrow night.
On tomorrow night's regular multiplayer, but
I know, but still, either way.
But I have it set up customs. Or tomorrow we might do Warzone.
Well, I'm glad we're getting back to that again, because I think I might have learned some new tactics here that I'm going to see if they finally pay off tomorrow for that. And I still have the aftertaste of lunch in my mouth, which was worth going to.
What was that?
Well, right after I was done with my events here for regionals, we decided to go. Me and the team decided to go to B-dubs.
Oh.
In case if people don't know what that is, Buffalo Wild Wings.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people do. To be honest,
For some
I
who
kind of don't like
here,
B-dubs.
I'm not
I will tell you, I'm not a big fan of B-dubs, and that's just.
Aha! I found the weakness.
And yeah, I would say that I'm not like against B-dubs or anything. There's just a lot better places to eat at than B-dubs, to be honest.
Whoop!
To be honest, but anyway,
You're almost done with your trip on Euro Truck, maybe?
yeah, I have 13 hours, but 13-hour trip on mine, but the trip is not 13 hours driving.
So you're very close to where you're at, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Basically, I got 10 minutes to the boat, and then I probably got about an hour of travel, which in 10 minutes of trip or an hour of travel is actually not really an hour in real life, to be honest. An hour in game is probably maybe 15-20 minutes at most. So it's just basically a thing that it's just trip time basically in game. It's a little bit different. But I am almost done. And for those of you watching on YouTube, um, I will be shutting
Back
down
in
stream
there.
at thing because I do prioritize Twitch over YouTube. It's nothing. It's nothing against YouTube or anything. I love YouTube. I love the
Woohoo!
platform. I'm on it daily more than I'm on Twitch, but I'm just prioritizing Twitch because of YouTube not liking me, and me being able to just do things like that. I could have literally just live streamed Call of Duty instead of this, and gotten on right away, and have played a lot long Call of Duty, but I just chose not to because there's actually some good things coming out that I needed to share with you that are coming out an important thing um, that most people don't quite seem to really understand. The one thing that this is a minor thing, but this is actually something that I think is actually something that I will tell you I disagree with Trump on a lot of things. Um, oh, I didn't realize it was almost 10 o'clock. Why didn't you text me that you were
Huh.
online?
I just got on at 9 is what happened.
You got on at 9? It's 10 o'clock.
I'd been on at 9 and I was waiting for you to get on chat here.
You could have texted me and I would have probably seen it a lot better.
I know, and I was waiting for Glass seeing if he was on, but I see he's busy watching NFL draft so far.
Yeah. I could easily finish this later if I wanted to, but I don't want to change that. But anyway, the one thing that I will tell you that I'm actually kind of not, like, I'm kind of okay with. Sorry, I have to turn that off. My alarm telling me it's time to go live. I have a 10 o'clock alarm to remind me, saying, hey, I need to go live. I need to remember myself to go live. Because I sit here on my computer sometimes and I'll just forget about it. So, now most of you know that I have a disdain for Trump. I am not somebody that agrees with everything, but there was a thing that he, it's this one, where Trump basically has decided to, the infinity pool, right? The
Yeah.
one up there in Washington, D.C.
Who
That
doesn't?
what?
Who doesn't
That
know about
infinity pool
that?
is getting changed. Um, and kudos to him to actually just listening this time. He actually listened to somebody better this time. They're going to change. They're redoing the infinity. They're renovating the infinity pool. Now I don't know if it's absolutely 100% anymore else that he's doing. If he does anything more else to it, then I'm gonna be relatively might be pissed off. But all they're doing is they're renovating it. They're going to change the infinity pool from whatever color it is to a dark blue.
If there was one thing of the previous renovations I'm a little disappointed that should have stayed was the cherry blossom trees.
Yeah, they're the rose
Now it's going to
garden.
be a while until they come back now.
The rose garden is what you're talking about.
It's going to be a while until we get to see that back in our nation's capital again, seeing the cherry blossom trees.
I don't. I don't know if the cherry blossom trees. I don't think those were cut down by Trump though. I may be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that.
Come on, you're getting rid of one thing of beauty in nature, for crying out loud, to respect
But I knew he
from
got
a
rid of the
foreign
rose garden
country that
though.
you can be proud of.
I think he probably did. He got rid of the rose garden. He got rid of a couple other things that were just horrible. That were basically there to for for it. But of course, Trump is absolutely losing it though. And if you're wondering why that title's there, well, he's absolutely losing it because of two things. One, he's very losing it because of midterms. I'm pretty sure a lot of it has to do with, you know, um,
I was about to say that happens to some presidents once in a while. Once they get to midterms, they almost lose their marbles, is what you're saying.
no, usually they don't. Usually a lot of presidents are usually are usually usually yes
Self
they are
self-aware.
self-aware more or less, or they're just not really angry at midterms and things like that. But Trump,
So they try
he's
to do
getting
whatever
angry
they
about it.
can to feel less angry.
um they're basically trying to um but he's getting frustrated because he said that, oh, Virginia, that he's going after Virginia for, if they vote yes um on this redistricting referendum, there's going to be hell to pay. He's got angry. He's getting that way. He posted 100 tweets this morning, 100 truths, show 100 posts this morning on his platform, Truth Social. That I don't believe that is Truth Social. I don't believe in truth. That is a truth platform. If it was a truth platform, we would be seeing truth on things, and there are things that are not being shown on truth. But um, um, I got about an hour and 28 minutes left. Um, I will probably finish this later, guys, but I'm gonna say that talking about this Trump thing, so I'm gonna switch over to Call of Duty, but um,
Be honest, shortly, I'm almost done with this cop chase almost, because I just finished a link up and they're just on me.
I will tell you that um, within the importance of Trump, he's gone mad with how long did it, like, Vietnam, uh what went on with that, it was a whole thing that there, like, he's basically off his marbles. He's not in that way, but he's more of not really a great person right now. I think he's really losing it because he literally was resting. um I think it was like yesterday. He was basically took a nap when important meeting is supposed to happen. When you're at a meeting, okay, you're president of the United States. You're supposed to be
Fully
self-aware,
awake.
fully awake, and understanding what's going on at the time. No, he dozes off. And when he did, I think it was yesterday or today, can't remember exactly, where he basically woke up and said, "I need to take a shit. I need to take a shit." Literally. I will say it because I'm not doing it like a consistent thing, but he did it more than um and it's like, so you're basically sitting there. This is not a president that should be in the office in any way. Like, you need to be fully cognitive and fully aware of what's going around and what's going on. There are people who can be 70, 80, 90 years old and and are pretty well aware of what's going on and what they're doing. Look at Bernie Sanders, for crying out loud. Bernie Sanders knows what's going on. Bernie Sanders is like in his 70s, I think, or 80s, and he's would be somebody that I would be more apt to having him as a president than Trump. But that's just because a lot of him is just cognitively he's not there, um, and things like that. So there's a lot of things that are really not there. Um, did I turn off? Yeah, I turned off when I shouldn't have. But um, I all right. But I will tell you this. Um, with a lot of things, um, I see that he is going to be somebody that is not a perfect person, of course, but a lot of you know that I've already have problems with him in general. Um, where I don't agree with him. I never sit down and agree with him. He's basically going after Obama again, um, just for having a thing out in Chicago for the presidential. Every president has their museum, presidential library. You know, and he's going after that. He's basically he's going after Iran, but he says, "Oh well, I'm gonna have Iran done in this X day, and Iran's not gonna do anything." Yeah, bull. We're now sitting at war with Iran, because you know our food, our groceries, our things are going to go up in price now because of what's going on with the president. Because he wanted to go after and say, "Oh, we don't want a nuke or anything like that." Well, he was threatening with nukes. He's been, um, it's enough that the nukes have to be stowed away from him, so that he can't get to them. Like, he is somebody that should not be in office. He should have really. He wants to get rid of his impeachment process things. He wants to basically say, no, we're just gonna erase those things, not talk about it. He is somebody that does not care about anybody but himself. He does not care about anything other than that. There's a lot of other things that is out there, but that's basically the primary thing with the thing that I wanted to share is that that's not good. It's not good for America when we need to be we need to have less food. We need to be able to have a livable life instead of being forced to pay more on groceries, more on food, more, gas, paying more. Right now, in places, gas is like $4 or $5 a gallon right now, when it's normally like $2 $3 a gallon in some places, and in some places it's like $7 a gallon normally, depending on if you live in California. It's usually 7, but there are places out there that it's $7. It can be more than that, to be honest. And there is uh, things going on that Trump's not going to want to help with
No
wildfires.
way.
With wildfires out in Georgia, he's not. He's not going to help out. He didn't help out in California. He's not going to definitely help out in Georgia.
Alright. Alright.
Or with all these tornado
Says you're
damages.
offline.
I'm not even on in yet. But I will be getting on shortly, guys. Um,
Alright.
So,
let's see.
if you guys are watching
Refresh.
here on YouTube, normally I am live in the afternoons. Normally 3 to 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Unless it's or 4 to 6, depending on whenever. And then at night I am live usually from 9, 10 o'clock um, until um, until whenever I feel like it, except for Saturdays from 9 to 1, exclusively on Twitch. So if you guys got to go right now, make sure you guys hit that follow here on Twitch. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe here on YouTube. Make sure that bell notification with the all. For those of you watching on YouTube, we will catch you guys probably tomorrow afternoon. Um, but maybe we will but at most Sunday, and Sunday we'll get back to 13. Um, at the latest, tomorrow will be 13 as well if my podcast isn't on. So, but anyway,